Good day everybody and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to episode number 4 of Building the Nation of Northern Ireland, and along for the ride is Linfield. So going back on the previous episode, just a quick recap. Again, transferring everything domestically, building up the finances and getting our butt kicked in the Champions League, which made me have a little bit of a rethink, and I've decided to try and focus my attention more on the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. We don't stand a cat and owl's chance of winning the Champions League. Let's get that absolutely perfectly clear. Linfield will never win the Champions League, no matter how much money. It would take decades to bring in the right amount of finances, the right amount of players, and that for me is just going to take too long. But I think a more realistic expectation would be the Europa League, and even more realistic than that would probably be the Conference League. But as it stands at the moment, we are actually in the Europa League. We went through the whole qualifying period of the Champions League, which I won the first 2, but then came across Dinamo Zagreb and they humbled me a little bit. In fact, no, I'm talking out my backside. They humbled us on the second leg, but we battered them in the first. But then we went to Israel, Maccabi Tel Aviv, and yeah, we got knocked out, which meant we dropped automatically into the Europa League because that was the final qualifying round for the Champions League. All is good. We are actually in the league phase. The league phase being as well, actually, if we have a look at the fixtures of the Europa League, reasonable fixtures. Malmo, Austria, Klagenfurt, Villa, Milan, Wolfsburg. But then Heerenveen, Ferencváros and AZ Alkmaar. I'm actually quite confident we can get past that and get into the next stage. And if we can get into the next stage, knockout rounds are knockout rounds, you never know. You never know. But to do that, you have to strengthen the squad again. And again, one of the issues that I am finding with this Build a Nation is that obviously the smaller clubs, they only sign players on for a couple of years at a time. They don't know where the finances come in. But the finances for this club at the moment, even after 4 seasons, bank balance is nearly 20 million. I've still got a transfer budget of 9.5 million, but I can't spend it. And speaking of transfers, I have brought in a few here and there. I'm not really sold any because there's just no monetary value to it, but I did bring in a few players for the sum total of 2.2 million. So, starting from the top, Luis Bilbao. Young winger, has some good attributes, physically, reasonably quick, good for this league, good natural fitness, good dribbling. I think he'll do a job. Fabio Chibi is a Romanian defensive midfielder. I thought, you know what, good all round. Again, he'll do a job. 21 years old, he's got room for improvement. Alex Hunt is a deep line playmaker who I wanted to bring in. He's Irish as well, which helps. Physically, not exactly the best, but technicals and mentals actually for this team are going to be very, very good. So I think he's going to be my star player this season. Oscar Kelly is a winger / striker, young again, but Northern Irish. Played for Rochdale for a few years. Brought him in just as a squad option more than anything else. And then what was his name? Max Melbourne, defensive option. Great cover at the end of the day. Our squad is very, very stacked. Now, considering I'm only allowed to register 20 players for the league, any under 21s don't need to be registered. I think I've got the balance of this just about right now. Jaden Dans is still phenomenal. You look at his consistency over the last couple of seasons. He's on 6 goals, 3 assists, 2 player matches in 5 games already this season. 37 goals in the league last season, 54 in total. Season before that, 22. So he's on the up, definitely on the up. But competitions wise, I mean, I've never seen such a stacked out competition screen like this. But I'm going to go simulate this season, see how we're doing in the Europa League. I'm going to try and how well we do in this Europa League this season will give me a better idea of where I need to focus my attention, whether it's going to be actually for the Europa League or do I need to like sort of try and focus more on the Conference League. Let's go and find out. And there we go, 4 seasons in, 4 league titles. And also a record-breaking season for points and goals scored. Nobody's catching us. And I think if you remember, I said at the start of the episode, my new signing, Alex Hunt, is going to be my star player. Somehow he was my superstar player and scored 35 goals, which is incredible. He scored, what was it, 23 in the league, 35 through the entire season, which from a central midfield position is ridiculous. But overall, very happy with that. What more could be said? These builder nations, like, sort of, I'm building such a good squad that nobody else in the league can really compete, and they can't get close. So it's going to be continuous. This I could see us never ever losing a league title again, as I try and push the squad even further for European success. Because at the end of the day, to build a nation, this is what it's all about, and to try and not only increase the team reputation, the league reputation, but the key thing is to win that European trophy. That is the main thing. Now, if we have a look at the league and league table, no, profile, that's what I wanted. We are up to number 67 in the rankings, which isn't too bad after 4 seasons. That's a jump up of, I think, roughly about 20 places. So that's okay. I'm quite happy with that. But competitions wise, how do we do? Okay, oh, come on. I was actually really confident that we'd... Let's have a look at the league phase. God, dear, we don't do very well at all. We only won 2 against Malmo and Ferencváros. We drew 1 against Heerenveen, which actually away from home is not too bad. But 3 home games. Okay, I can accept Villa and AC Milan, but Klagenfurt losing at home, that's disappointing as well. And that 1 loss cost us, because it would have meant we would have been on 10 points and we would have gone through to the next round. So maybe we're not quite ready for the Europa League, and perhaps I should focus a little bit on the Conference League. I'll have a think about that. I'll have a quick review of the old squad and see what's happening. So yeah, Alex Hunt, 35 goals in the season, 19 assists. Fraser Sharp, actually, yeah, I think he may have been a late arrival. Possibly. I can't remember. Either way, he was a free transfer from Liverpool from their youth system, and he's got great finishing. And for his first season, 28 goals. Not bad at all. Jayden Danns, 28 and 19. I have a feeling that Danns may have been played a little bit out on the left wing. Yeah, inverted winger. An attacking midfielder, I don't want that happening. He's not that. He's a striker at the end of the day, so I'm going to have to fix that next season. 25 and 15 from Kavanagh, 23 and 11 from Cooper, and Bilbao on his debut season, 21 and 15. Can't complain at that. So, 4 seasons in, about to start off 5th. Things are progressing very nicely, but I need to review what I'm going to do with the European side of things. But we'll leave it at that for the moment, so please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy this, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the content that is coming out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, I'll see you later. Ta-ra.